3, 2, 1. What's going on, everybody? This is the Undefeated by Choice podcast brought to you by Still Fist Fights. And I'm here with heavyweight contender, Mr. Kendrid Wolf. What's going on, my man?
Howdy. How's it going?
Dude, I'm glad you came out here on Valentine's Day. You got a good woman to let you come out and do a podcast on Valentine's.
Yeah, she loves me.
Well, I appreciate it. Not everybody makes the drive out here. It's pretty far. I know. Everyone thinks, everyone thinks South Ogden's on the other side of the planet. So I appreciate you making the trip.
I live in Magna, so it's kind of it was an hour drive, but I appreciate all the
I told you, if you don't want to drive all the way back, I know plenty of good restaurants in Ogden. We've got good restaurants here, but we'll figure it out. But anyways, man, again, thanks for doing the show.
No problem.
So we got your fight coming up February 21st. We're a week away. A week away from today, you're going to be stepping in that cage. How's that feel?
I'm nervous. The dude I'm fighting is crazy good, so I just think I like testing my skill. I think I got the right mindset and good skills to beat this dude. So,
I appreciate you just coming right out and saying you're nervous. Because I've been to all of your fights, and I remember talking to Pat before one fight, and he's like, yeah, Kendrid, was talking to me in the back, telling me about how nervous he was for this fight. And then you show up and knock the dude out. And in both fights I've seen you win, I was told beforehand that you were really nervous. So,
what was weird when I fought my second fight, how I lost, I was nervous, but I wasn't near as nervous.
Oh, so you need the butterflies.
Yeah, I just told my corner, Josh Berkman, best coach ever. I just told him, I'm just really nervous, and when we go out there, I just want you to slap me in my face. And he's like, you want me to slap? You want to get slapped? I'm like, yeah, slap me. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, you're slapping me, dude.
Yeah.
And then we just went out there. I was really nervous for my last fight. I don't know why. I just think because ground was an issue for me, but I've been training off my back this whole camp, training my ass off for this whole camp. So I just looked at my son's way, bit down on my mouthpiece, and I just said, I'm just gonna get this guy. So
yeah, and you did real quick. You bloodied him real quick. I don't even know how you could have bloodied him that fast, but it was
a minute and 16 seconds.
Yeah, no, that was a great fight, and yeah. So I mean, I appreciate someone who can say, yeah, I'm nervous, but not going to stop me from doing that.
I don't care who you are, how big you are, how tough you are, how strong you are. You're going to be nervous in that back room.
Yeah.
And if you're not nervous, then that is saying that it's not saying you're not right for the sport, but you don't respect it.
Yeah.
You don't respect the person that you're going to fight. I respect the hell out of him, I really do. But when we get in the cage, it's everything down, and we're just going to see who's better. So
yeah, no, I do appreciate that, because again, this is like a life lesson. But so many people, they get nervous or something, and then they don't do it, and then they see these fighters who say, I'm not nervous, and they act like big tough guys, and they're like, well, I would be scared, so I can't do that. So I think this mentality of pretending you're not afraid and pretending that you're this big tough macho guy that doesn't get nervous,
it's lies.
It's a lie, and it runs people away who potentially could be good, because if
bad behavior, because they teach I'm not nervous. You're going to be nervous, because you're sitting in that back room, and fights start, music starts happening, you hear boom boom, and then fight's over, and you're just sitting in the back, and then you see the dude come back that's lost, all bloodied up, and then I was just like, man, that's nuts. This is crazy. What am I doing here? But
no, it's awesome. It's awesome to see, man. I do appreciate it. So were you able to see the last podcast I did with Bryce?
The last one where he had the belt?
No, just this one that I just posted 2 days ago.
I watched the beginning of it.
Okay, yeah.
At work, and I fell off of it.
Were you able to hear what he said? What he was saying? He was throwing a lot of compliments, and he had said, Kendrid he's the future of the heavyweight division. He's coming along. He was talking as if I'm an older guy. I don't know how many fights I got in me. I'm a dad. I'm taking care of my kids, and he's like, you got these young up and comers.
I know, but that dude is a beast. He has so many more fights in him. I really appreciate him saying that. I didn't get too far into the podcast. I have other things to do. I'm a dad too, so all kudos to him though. He's I'm really nervous for this fight. This dude's really big. I've seen him, I've seen tape on him and stuff, but yeah, he's really good. I really like this dude. I have really a lot of respect for him.
Well, I had kind of behind the scenes of how this whole fight came together. You can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but this is what I remember, because there was quite a bit going on, because I was doing a lot of matchmaking at that point. Bryce was like, I want to fight, and he went to Kevin and Pat, and Kevin and Pat were just throwing feelers out to everybody, and nobody was going to take it. Nobody wanted to take it. And then Bryce is like, what about Kendrid? Because you just had fought. And he's like, what about him? He just knocked this dude out. And he's like, I'm going to reach out to him. Isn't that how it happened? He reached out to you?
Yeah, he reached. So we wasn't friends at the moment. And then I heard my phone go off. Like, it was probably like maybe 11 o'clock on a Saturday, And I seen it, and it was him. He's like, hey, man, you want to fight? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, dude, you wanna fight me? Why? Jeez, man. I was like, I fear no one. I think the moment, that's why I'm so I'm not scared, but I am scared. I'm nervous. Everybody is, but I heard no one wants to fight this dude, and that's me taking this fight is gonna get me remembered. Me not, hey, I don't want to fight that dude.
Yeah.
You're not going to be remembered for that. Yeah. You're going to be remembered for the guy that's, he only fights people that he wants to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me personally, I didn't want to fight him, but for me, I've been always wanting to do this since I was young. I want to make this my career. I don't want to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. I don't. And I'm not bashing anybody that does, but that's just not me. I just think I have the right skill set to go somewhere far in this, I trained my ass off for this fight. I'm going to go in this fight, win, lose, or draw, whatever, I'm putting it all on the line. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, that's, knowing the backstory of how no one would take this fight, because I was the mediator between everybody and Bryce like, what do you mean no one's gonna take this fight? Someone's got to fight. And he's like, I'm gonna write Kendrid. And I was like, well, you can. And then he wrote you, and you were like, yeah, let's do it. And he told me, you were like, yeah, I'm nervous, but whatever, let's go, let's do it. And hats off to you. That is the type of people that not only that Stiff Fist wants to work with, but every organization would take a fighter like you, who's like, you know what, that's a challenge, but I'm up for it.
This is my toughest fight right here. No matter what. Like, I thought Josh Stanley was going to be, he was a scary dude and all this stuff. And I was talking to Hayden Brown. He's like, yeah, man, I'm looking, so the reason how I fought Josh Stanley is I used to work with Cormark, and one of my buddies was like, man, we're trying to find this guy a fight heavyweight, and I was training at that time, and I was like, man, this is my moment right here. I'm like, I want to fight. I'll fight him. Yeah. He's like, you sure? You never seen this? I'm like, I don't care. I'll fight him. And Hayden Brown hit me up. He's like, hey, my buddy says you're interested in a fight, and I was like, yeah. He sent me him, and he sent me Josh Stanley and then Kent. So I took the first dude that was coming, and I actually, I would have fought either one, but.
Well, you and Ken are going to cross paths eventually.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Both bangers. Yeah. So I asked him, I was like, after, I'm steadied on this fight. I don't care about anything else. But I asked him to fight me. He's like, you're going to have to catch me in the pros. I'm like, okay. I'll catch you in the pros then, bro.
Yeah, you'll be there soon. I
have a lot of respect for Ken, too. He's a good fighder.
We've got some real savages in heavyweight, and I'm excited to see, where everyone goes. And you were talking about, your past fights. You went to breakfast with one of your opponents?
Josh Stanley.
Oh, how did that work out? How did that happen?
I don't know. It was kind of, I love Josh. Me and him are pretty cool. I went to his house and seen his dogs and everything. But I thought that was kind of weird. I was like, why do you want to go to lunch with me? You know, it's just
he asked you to lunch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He asked me. He's like, you got the day off? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you want to go grab lunch? I was like, sure. And I think he was trying to pepper me up before the fight.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not going to work with me. Once we're in that cage, it's all business.
Yeah.
But no matter what, if there's shit talking, if we take it at a personal level, then I'm not going to show you any respect after I beat you.
Right.
But if it's just a little shit talking, you know,
it's fun.
I'm going to give you much respect because anybody that steps in that cage is a man.
Yeah.
I give respect to anybody that steps in that cage.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw. I don't care what you do in that cage. Because it truly takes a man to walk out that walk is long.
Yeah,
it is. It's long.
You're like, can you play my song again? Can you play that over again?
Yeah, let me hear that again. But
no, I had something. Not even close to that. But it was an awkward moment when I fought. It was in Wendover, and me and my team went out. And we were practicing running out in the park and everything. We come back after that, and we're walking through the casino, and I walk past like the little area where they have like the restaurants, and my opponent's like sitting there right up against the rail eating lunch with his girlfriend, and I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, what's up? And I just fist bump him. I'm like, I guess it's going down tonight. And he's like, yeah, man, yeah, it is. And like I walked off. So like it was one of those moments I was like, oh, this is cool, you know? It was like, oh,
gotta give your opponent respect.
Yeah, there's no anger here. And I still love my opponent. I'm always trying to hit. I'm always like, he was fighting in, or he did a bunch of fights for Still Fist, and I was always cheering him on there at the crowd. And I hear he's gonna do a comeback, so let's see it, John. And
let's go. What weight is he at?
I think we were at 170. I'm thinking about going down to 155, and he's probably, he's bigger than 170 right now, but he can make 170 pretty easily.
Bump up the heavyweight, bro.
He's got heavy hands. He got hard hands, I'll tell you that. But this has been a topic. So I asked Bryce during his interview because it was right after, or was it? Yeah, right after. Was it after or before? Anyways, it was the Jones-Reyes fight, and I was talking to him about that. And I don't want to talk about that anymore because I think the
Reyes won.
I think the John won. Do you think? Yeah. Okay, this is my, and I know that there's so many haters and there's so much back and forth.
I don't hate. This is the thing. Is this? I think that.
Well, not haters, but okay.
I think he outstruck Jones.
He did
3 rounds. But the last 2 rounds is those takedowns.
Yeah.
Got him. Plus, when you fight like a champion, you can't win over points, man.
Yeah.
It rarely happens.
Yeah.
You have to beat their ass for the full 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Outstrike them, take them down, do whatever. But the easiest way is just knock them out.
Yeah. And so these are my arguments. Is one, I feel like John ate and wore every single shot that Reyes had, and he never put him out.
Yeah.
He didn't even put him down. There's one knockdown that's a slip or he hit him in the chest or whatever. There was one knockdown, and he hit John with his best shots. So if you hit someone with your best shots and then they still come on hot, I don't think you can win that.
And yeah. Well, you probably just changed my perspective on that.
And the other thing I say, because the other argument is, people are like, well, if that fight didn't have a time limit, would you say that Reyes would have won? No, John would have won. If that didn't have a time limit, because John was coming on hot. Those last 2 rounds, John was coming on
the championship rounds, you can tell that he stopped.
And so, but I won't even argue that because they are given 25 minutes. But I do say, if you were to take the breaks out and it was just one long 25-minute round, who would you have said won that fight?
Jones. Because
that's the way I have to look at it.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping score. I'm not counting punches because
you can't. I look at it that way. Then Jones definitely won, because if it was a full 25-minute round, then it was at the end, then Johns was still coming, taking him down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my opinion on it. But
never mind.
I win, undefeated. What I was gonna bring up was because one of the things the ways that they've decided that might solve this problem is to do open scoring, where say you fight a 3-round fight, in between each round you find out if you won the last round or not. So you go into the third round knowing if you're up 2 rounds, if the round's 1-1, if you're down 2 rounds, going into the last round where you stand in the judge's eyes.
I think that'd be great because I think say that you lose in 2 rounds, and this is your last round. You got to go out there and whoop this dude's ass or knock him out.
Yeah,
and that's if you don't, you lose. Yeah, that'd be. Dana White,
so
what are you doing, man?
I just heard on the Luke Thomas podcast that they just the Kansas State Commission has said we're going to flirt with this idea. We're going to do it. Maybe we don't know if we're just going to do it for championship fights.Maybe we'll just do it for main events. Maybe we'll do it for just 5-rounders, or we'll do it for. They're like flirting with the idea, and they're also going to allow the promotions to decide if they want to do it or not. So like Still Fist could say we're going to do open scoring.
Yeah, they. That would be great.
So I think. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely pluses and minuses. I mean. Again, you're up 2 rounds, and then you just kind of skate by and try to dodge punches. That's going to suck. But then you also know the guy knows he's down 2 rounds. That's
going to be a fight because
so he's going to come
in hot.
So it's got its good and its bad. I
do like it, but I don't see the UFC doing that. I just that's. I don't know. Dana White is kind of like I like him, but he's like a one-minded guy. I think. Yeah,
I could see the fix. The only real fix I could see the UFC doing is somehow getting like a universal, like pushing for like universal judging, where you can have the judges aren't from the state that you're.
Yeah,
it's not a commission where we're fighting in Texas, so we have to they're all Texas commission. It's a universal judging. So they're flying a judge in from the best judges in for each whatever card or whatever. So I could see him doing that, or doing more to get like ex-fighters to be judges and things like that. I don't see them really going the open scoring, but it's interesting. I mean, something's got to change because it wasn't. I didn't have a problem with the Jones fight. What I had a problem with was people were saying that Derek Lewis won, and then they were saying John Jones lost, because those are basically almost mirror images. I mean, Derek Lewis was on his back for 2 rounds and then came out hot in the 3rd round, and he won the fight. John Jones was losing the first 3 rounds, or 2 or 3 rounds, and then comes in hot at the end and wins the fight. And so everyone was cheering that Derek Lewis won, and then they were booing that John Jones lost. And I was like, it's the same. It was the same.
That's the same. Yeah,
it's the same thing. How can you cheer one and boo the other? That's a personal thing. You're personally.
I just think they're sick of Jones being the champion. I think, but Oh,
for sure. And how do you not love Derek Lewis? How do you not cheer for Derek Lewis? Right? I mean, my balls are hot. Like, how do you not? How do you not cheer for that guy? So yeah, I just. There needs to be something, because the judging isn't always good. I mean, and luckily I haven't. There's been one fight that for us that I was like, that probably shouldn't have gone that way, but it was close enough that no one disagreed. I was the only one, and probably because I had bias and I probably liked one of the guys more. But there's one in the entire time I've been coming out to Still Fist. There was one fight that I was like looking over the judges, like, what were you watching? But it was obviously not that bad because no one else complained about it.
Yeah.
So anyways, you got a fight. How's training camp coming?
I am in the best shape of my fight career right now. So I'm I was up 255 pounds, and then I dropped to 240. So I'm just, I don't know.
Grinding.
Yeah, it's just, I get on that scale every day and just look, I was like, how?
What's happening? Do I eat more?
Yeah, I know. I eat crazy. I ate crazy good, but I kind of like being at 240, at 245. I'm really super fast at that weight, and I hit pretty hard. So I hit really hard, actually, but yeah, my training camp's been really great. Been training off my back my whole camp, getting ready for a beast. Yeah. he's a big dude. So
yeah, he's a big guy. I get smothered in practice, but I'm only I'm 180, so I get me being underneath him is not fun.
Oh, I bet, but that's good training for you.
Do you ever see yourself trying a light heavyweight? I mean, 240, you're like on that cusp of like you could be a giant 205er or stick at heavyweight. I mean 240 and 250 is almost the ideal. We're seeing that's almost like the ideal weight for even the UFC heavyweights. That's like where they feel fastest, they feel most agile, they feel like they still have their power.
Me and Josh was talking about that after my last fight, and I asked him, like, what do you think about light heavyweight? And he says it would probably be a good idea, but he says the way I see you fight other heavyweights, your foot movement is great, and you're a lot faster than a lot of heavyweights. So
yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I think right now I'm sticking at heavyweight.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, I don't know, I see myself as a smaller heavyweight though. I don't know, I'm not that I'm tall, but I'm not that tall, and I don't weigh as much as all the other ones, but I think I can. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, when the major heavyweights in the area are Kent or Bryce, like, yeah, you are a smaller heavyweight, but in the grand scheme of things, 250 is about what all the UFC heavyweights are saying. Like, we prefer walking around at that weight or a little bit lower, 240. Just because they feel like they still have the power, but they feel way faster.
Yeah, I fought Josh at 236. So I felt really good at that weight, and then I fought at my last fight I fought at 242. So, and I think I walked in there at like 250, 255 that night, because I ate like a freaking beast. After every weigh-ins, I go and I eat a pretty good meal. Yeah. So,
well, I didn't want to put that in your head, but I just, to me, I'm just like, you either could be a really big light heavyweight, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You're doing great at heavyweight. So yeah. I mean, stick with it.
I like the sound light heavyweight, but I just think I'm faster than the heavyweights, so that I'm fighting. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. So where are you training at? Who are your training partners? We already know Josh Berkman, your greatest coach in the world.
Yeah.
And then
integrated martial arts. It's Josh. Me and Josh just moved there. Neff, Chris. He's fighting on the same card as me.
What's his name?
Chris, I can't pronounce his last name.
I'll look him up.
But I've seen him. I've grew up with that kid ever since I was really young. But he actually got me the scaffolding job.
Gillespie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Should be a good fight, him and Zach Hamilton.
Yeah, that kid is that Chris is a beast, bro. He's got hands. He's great on the ground. I've been grinding on him because I think if I'm grinding on him, I don't think this dude's gonna stand a chance getting him on the floor. Even if he does, he's really good. Yeah. Kid learns a lot. He's only been in MMA for 6 months, and he's just crazy good. So.
Oh, really? So this is his debut.
Yeah, it's his debut.
I love debut fighters.
Neff, Chris. Let's see who else. I'm bad with names.
It's all good. This happens. You're not the only one. Every time you come in here, it's like, who do I train with? Because normally you call everyone by a nickname or, you know.
Josh, what's his name? Everybody I train. I love you guys. You guys are the best. I love you guys. But yeah, I used to train at UCTC, but we went to a different gym, so I liked it there a lot, but
you needed something new.
Yeah. So, and I'm following Josh because that's my coach. So,
all right.
He's he's a badass. So
nice, awesome. So and you've been saying you've been working a lot about, most of your work has been you working off your back. I mean, is that the main focus of this fight? Is you are thinking you're going to get taken down, or
no?
Where's the focus of your work?
To be honest, my main focus on this is do what I do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go in there and I'm not gonna be. To be honest, I didn't like my last fight. I thought I was really sloppy over that. I had my hands down. I didn't like that. I've been working on that a lot. No, you need to, in this game, I think you need to train on bad positions that you don't want to be in,
right,
to see what you can do to get out of it. No, I'm pretty sure I know his game plan. I think he's just going to, try to rush me and then punch and then go for a takedown. I've been working on my sprawls, and sprawls are pretty good. I'm just getting up off my back, training on my back. So
that's the worst. That's a grind.
That's a grind. It, but my conditioning, it made my conditioning skyrocket, man. For a heavyweight, I have Chris gasping, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so when we're sparring, so he even asked me, how do you keep going, man? I was like, I don't know, man. I just got to keep on going. I love it.
I love to hear that, because I've mentioned this a million times, but I'm sitting next to Kevin or Pat, and if there's no gas tank, and I'm not talking, if you spent it all in like a big effort going for some, going for the finish. I mean, it's obvious you don't have a gas tank. I'm the guy that's like, no more. We don't need to fight. If they're not going to take this serious, we don't need that. Because my whole mindset is build this put Utah on the map for MMA, bring these fighters out. And
because once if a few of us go pro and everything, that's gonna bring money to us.
Yeah.
Utah and all this stuff is gonna put us on the map. That's what I'm trying to do. I've been wanting to do this for since I was a little kid, man. I used to remember on the weekends, me and my dad used to sit in the room and watch old UFC tapes and stuff.
Do you remember your first one? I remember my first UFC fight I watched. Remember your first one?
Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz.
Oh, that's your first?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm a lot older than you, so mine predates
Chuck Liddell that's pretty much that's my idol in the UFC. He's that guy is a badass. That's my kind of fight. I like to stand up. I don't like to. I'm not saying. Well, I don't like the ground at all. I like to stand and I want to see who.
You got your thing you like to do. Yeah.
Let's see who can be better at stand up. I'm natural with my hands, so But
where'd that come from? Did you have a background in boxing? Did you grow up boxing or throwing down in the streets?
No, I was always a lover, never really a fighter. But when kids fought me, man, I just had that natural instinct. I have natural hands. My dad, he boxed for a long time with a Golden Glove boxer, but I don't know. I never did any training. I just got into it, and my hands are naturally just right there.
Yeah, power and speed.
So power and speed, and I'm just tuning up a lot of things. I'm a lot better than my first and third fight. Second fight, it was really disappointing. I had panicked because I got on the floor, but he made me want to get better. So. RIP, man. Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, I guess we can bring that up.
My bad.
No. It's. I was wondering if we should or shouldn't. Your second fight was against Colton Hildebrand.
Yeah.
Who unfortunately we lost. I don't know. Most of the community knows about the MMA community in Utah. Here we know about it. He was a loved fighter. He trained.
Great kid, man.
Trained lots of places. And it got the respect of a lot of people, and it's unfortunate. And I personally want to say, if anyone's struggling, we have a tight community here. I mean, you have
anybody, you can hit me up if you're feeling any type of way. I mean, anybody.
Yeah, I mean, even everybody loves everybody. I mean, you got you and Bryce fighting. You guys are showing nothing but respect for each other. This community is a loving community that takes care of itself and takes care of each other. So if you're struggling in any way with anything, reach out to somebody and get the help that you need. It's there's always somebody out there that cares, and and sometimes it feels like there isn't, but there always is someone that cares. So if you need anything, reach out to the community. Go on the Still Fist page and just say I need help. There will be people there for you.
There'll be hundreds of people, man.
Yeah.
Anybody.
So, in your first fight, you had your first fight. Do you remember your first fight? I always ask people if they remember their first fight, the nerves, the energy.
I was nervous, but I was just calm for some reason. I just knew, like, everybody in the back room was just telling me, "Man, you got this guy. You got it. Just, take him into deep waters. Take him in the second round because that's what I heard he did. He gasses, so that was our plan, just to, get through the first round, and second round was mine. So
yeah,
I felt really comfortable at the end of the second round. I felt untouchable, and then I just started boom, 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 and that was it. But yeah, I remember my first fight. It was crazy, crazy. It's a great feeling to win.
Yeah,
super great. But
there's not much that can match it.
I think that's what I love the sport and everything, but that's like a drug to me too. Like feeling that atmosphere when you win and everything. I mean, you need to lose to be humbled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because after I beat Josh, everybody was like telling me, "Man, I can't believe you beat that guy. Wow, that dude is a beast and everything." And I went in my second fight, and it's ain't gonna be nothing. And man, you can't. I learned really fast. You can't be like that in this sport, because you can get humbled any fight, no matter who it is.
Yeah. And I'm like it's so many. People have so many different opinions on how your career should go as a fighter, but I'm a strict believer in you should lose in your amateur years. You should have losses, because the pros are when it really matters.
Yep.
No one looks at Khabib and goes, "But what was his amateur record?" No one cares. No one looks at John Jones and goes, "But what was his amateur record?" No one cares. They care about what you do as a pro. But you don't really learn until you lose, like you just said. Like, you don't really learn. So, like, get your losses out of the way. I'm not saying go ahead and throw a fight.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and lose.
Don't go ahead and throw a fight, but take tough fights, take challenging fights, take fights that are going to get you out of your comfort zone to teach you, like, this is what I need to work on to get better.
This is exactly what I'm taking this fight, too, because this dude is, all respect to him, he's really good. He's a really good fighter, I have a lot of respect. Great guy, so I can't wait for Friday.
Oh man, I'm excited for this whole card. Like I tell everyone, like I'm strictly a fan of building up Utah MMA. That's what I'm a fan of. A good fight that puts us on the map. So I'm all about just put on a show, and I feel like you two are gonna put on a show. I have a good feeling about this. I have a good feeling about most of the fights on the card. But for anybody who hasn't been out to see you fight, what do they have to look forward to? If this is their first time seeing a Kendrid fight and you're trying to sell them on it, what do they have to look forward to seeing you fight?
If you want to come out and see a banger, man, just come and see me, because I'm not slow. I am slow pace at first, but once I get my range, I'm gonna try to take your head off. So that's just me. I don't like the ground, but I'm gonna have to learn to love-hate relationship with it. But I'm mostly what you guys want to see. I mean, people want to see ground. Some people do, jiu-jitsu guys, but I think the fans mostly want to see this all-out slugfest, blood and everything.
There's nothing more picturesque than like a good, clean knockout.
Exactly.
Everybody stiffen up and go.
Yeah, it's something special, but yeah, just come out and see me fight. I still got tickets. Let me know if you need them. Hit me up on Facebook, or my wife, or so yeah. I
say that I let everyone know you directly help out the fighter if you buy tickets from them. If you get your tickets from the fighter, it helps them out directly. So if you know Kendrid, if you want to watch a fight, if you became a fan of him after watching this podcast, get a hold of him. Make sure you buy the tickets from him. If you can't get a hold of him, find another fighter on the card. If you can't get a hold of them, go to stillfistfight.com, or you can buy tickets at the door at the event. I gotta ask you, I think all your fights have been under the Still Fist banner, right?
Yep.
Why have you always fought for Still Fist, and what do you like about Still Fist, and what could we be doing better?
So I think I just fought from Still Fist because that's the only person they keep hitting me up for fights. So I'm just gonna take, if they want me to fight, then I'm gonna fight. I haven't had any other organization hit me up yet. Maybe they don't like how I act. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
But they
we'll keep you. No, he's a dick. No one else. No one else.
Still Fist loves me, I guess, man. I love Pat and Kevin. They're really great. I don't know. Yeah, I just whoever wants me to fight for him, I'll let me know. I'll fight.
And do you have any sponsors or anybody specifically you want to thank before we head out of here?
I don't at the moment. I thought I had Indo Athletes, but I had people buying shirts and they haven't got them yet, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Indo. So, you mess with a heavyweight? You mess with a heavyweight in his
he was cool. He hit me up.
Maybe I shouldn't say anything.
No, he was cool. He hit me up, and he made shirts for me, and they were supposed to give me a banner, some shorts, and people have been buying shirts, so they've been hitting me up. They haven't got it yet, but within a week, if they don't get it, I don't know what's going on. I think they're going to refund the money or something. So but whoever wants to sponsor me, I'm open to sponsors. I'll do whatever. Shout you out, wear your product, do anything that you need me to do. I'm sponsor free right now, so I'd like a sponsor.
Get him paid. I mean, again, we have people who watch this who know people who know people who own businesses and stuff like that. Like, you have to understand. Again, I keep harping on this. The only way that we're going to put Utah on the map is once we can start to have a full stable of full-time fighters around the state that are focusing on MMA, and the only way they're going to be able to do that is by the support of you guys, by this not only coming out to the events and supporting them, but through sponsorships and just everything in general. Support your fighters, man. They're doing this for you. They do this for the fans. They love to test themselves, but if there weren't fans there, I don't know how many of these people would stick with it. So you need to support your fighters, support local fighters. Go ahead.
Let me know. I just want to thank Josh Berkman, Neff, Chris, the people down at the pit. We spar with them a little bit, now and then. And good luck with your fights. What is it, tomorrow, actually?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Oh, wow.
But we don't talk about that other organization.
Oh.
No, it's fine. There's other fights around. There's other fights around the world.
You gotta let me know.
I'm gunning for the other organizations.
But yeah, good luck everybody at Still Fist. It's put on the show for everybody. So I'll see you Friday, or you'll see
him Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, actually.
But then you really see him on Friday. That stare down.
Yeah, I love weigh-ins, bro. I actually love them. Taking off my shirt, man. And I don't know. I just like getting in people's face and seeing how they react to it, and that's just me. But I'll see you.
All right.
See you Thursday.
Yeah, so we got to get out here. That will sell people to come to the weigh-ins. Everybody, you know where to find this podcast. It's Undefeated by Choice podcast on iTunes, YouTube, iHeartRadio. You can find us on Instagram at Still Fist Fight. You can find us on Facebook at Still Fist Fight Night. Until we see you again, be good to yourself. Be good to each other. I love you.